Hey everyone, I hope you all are doing great. Well, Google made one thing very clear, that is the way AI is no longer a chatbot. Rather, it's an operator, a researcher, a creator, and even an assistant. And even I can say it is a second brain too. Because Google literally told us that there is an entire new way of interacting with the technology.
Take a second to realize how far we've come. Empowered by all the things we've made together.
How many people have looked at a problem and then been bold enough to say, I can solve it?
And staring at a future we all get to decide.
AI as the ultimate tool to solve all the world's most complex scientific problems.
We're taking flight.
Well, in Google I/O 2026, there were not just normal features that were being launched. There were completely new things that we need to understand. That is AI that will be working for you 24/7, that too in the cloud, the new search mode that is going to give you an immersive experience. And let's not forget the third thing, that is the editing. Editing is now much more easier with AI coming into that field too. Google just made it very clear that they are coming to rule the era of 2026 with AI features and much more coming ahead. I have to say the Google I/O 2026 was insane, and getting to know all of those updates are very, very important. And why do I say this and why does this matter? It does matter for a student, for a freelancer, for a business owner, and to every person right there using the internet. And in today's video, let's break down each and every single update one by one to understand it in a much better manner. So, without wasting more time, let's get started.
This week in Mountain View, California, we got an up-close look at the sights and sounds of Google I/O. It's an annual conference showcasing how the tech giant is harnessing AI across every aspect of its business, from smart glasses to health.
Google I/O used to be about a whole lot of things. You used to come here at the Shoreline Amphitheater, just minutes from Google's headquarters, and see Google announce all sorts of things from Android to Chrome OS to Pixel devices and much more.
But Google I/O. Honestly, it's been a revelation, a pleasant surprise. Now,
there was just Google I/O here, which this video is all about.
Google just entered the agentic AI space in a huge way with 5 big product announcements at their annual I/O conference.
Right now, I'm the one I made up my mind. I got up to run to the furthest sign. Check my shoes, I've been gone for my chucking on, now the rubber's gone.
We're now only constrained by our imagination for the kinds of things we can run and build with these models.
Now, before we move into the features that were launched in the Google I/O 2026, it's very, very important that we discuss about these 2 models that were launched in the exact same event. The Google's 2 new models that are completely going to change the way how you can think about AI. First one is obviously the Gemini 3.5 Flash. Now, this is a complete game changer from what was before. Now, imagine this, that before you had to go to Gemini and you used to ask and it would literally give you the answer. The generative part is really good. It would explain you, it would tell you what is better and all these things. But now it is 10 times more better. The context window is much more better, the reasoning capabilities are much more better, the thinking capabilities are much more better. Now imagine this, that you tell Gemini something and it would literally do it. Well, that is now possible with Gemini 3.5 Flash. Now it is completely agentic workflow. You go to Gemini and you ask something related to it, and it will literally ask you, should I do it, first of all it gives you the generative answer of it, or it will explain you. Along with it, it will ask you, should I do it for you, and it will literally do. Let me give an example for you to understand it in a much better manner. Now assume that you want to create a temporary email or a time-based email that you would want to send it to someone, or you can schedule an email that you want to send it to someone for a particular period of time, and you tell what the email is about. Now Gemini will understand the complete email structure that you would want. It would ask you 2-3 questions, or maybe it would just give you the answer, At the same time, it will literally go and create it for you in the Gmail. Since the Google ecosystem is right there for you, it will literally do it, and just one button left, it will send it off to that particular person. That is how today's Google Gemini is working. The second model, which I say is mind-blowing to be honest, that is Google's Omni model. Now, why I say it's mind-blowing is, imagine this. You have Google Gemini and you have the Google search engine, which is obviously someone will definitely want to, go and search anything, right? You have the knowledge, and now you have editing, that is video editing. Combine all of them, that is your Google Omni model. Now, imagine this. You go to Google Omni model, you ask something, and it will literally give you the response with a proper explainer video, teaching you like a teacher. Now, let me give an example for you to understand it in a much better manner. Assume that you wanted to understand how a car engine works. You go to the Omni model and say that I want to understand how this car engine works of a particular vehicle. The model will literally create, first of all, it will understand what are you looking forward to. It will understand what you are mainly, want. It's something that it will understand what it has to say exactly. And with that context or with that content that is there, it will go and create a proper video explainer which you can see and learn. How great is that with these two models coming in? And this is just the beginning, because all of them, the entire, these models which I told, the two models, are the game changer for all the features that are going to come ahead. So this was the two models that had to be discussed in this particular video. Okay, now let's start talking about the features of the Google I/O 2026 which were launched. The first one is one of the most important one, and which I say is a game changer in terms of for us for saving a lot of time. Well, how difficult is it to find a route which has the important things that you would want? Maybe your gas station, maybe a good food place where you can park your vehicle and sit for a good food, or maybe a place where you can see a good sunset, or maybe even a place where you can just go out for a Sunday evening or maybe in the morning. How can you do this? You have to do it manually, right? Go to Google, search, then figure out the different places, make a list of it, ask your people if they really like it or not, think again, how are the reviews, all of these things. Well, let's say that Google made it very easier for you. That is, ask Google Maps. Yes, that's the new feature that Google has bought. Well, simple way, you have a window where you can go and chat with the Google Maps, say that for example, I am going towards my home. I need a place where I can fill my gas, as well as I'm very hungry. I want to have a very good food that you like, and a good burger, cheeseburger, or maybe little fries. So figure out a place like McD or some other place also works, and the AI will literally search for you, figure out which is the best place right there, which is the nearest McD that is available, or maybe any other better place that's available that you can go and park a vehicle. We get parking too. You can even say that, like, please figure out a place where I do get to park my vehicle. All of these things, and it will literally do the research for you and optimize your route according to that, so that you just have to follow it, and it will just tell you where you should go or where you should not. With also the 3D experience that is coming up, it's going to change the way how we used to use Google Maps. No more manually going and searching and doing stuff. Google Maps is here to do it all for you. Moving on to the next one, that is also one of the most practical update that I feel is much needed for the hour. Imagine, for example, that you wanted to create a document and you are just starting with it, and you have in front of you have a screen that has a white page. You honestly feel like not going further, right? You feel like, what am I doing? How do I start? What do I do? And slowly you start writing you put the text, you start typing the text. Well, this is something that every single person used to feel it is a problem. And the new feature, that is Docs Live, is here to save you. Imagine this. You wanted to create a document for a particular email that has been sent to you. It has all the details. Now you have to go back to the email and then understand how it is and all of these things, right? No more of that. the Google new feature, that is the Google Docs Live, will automatically go to your email, search that email, figure out what the content is, do the research for you, and bring that complete information onto the docs. It will even create you templates, it will even create you the design format you want, it will also create the formatting for you, it will also make those minute changes that play a very important role. Honestly, this is going to save a lot of people's time. Imagine a researcher who is writing his article, how much of a time it can be saved. Yes, it's going to do it all for you. Secondly, imagine the people who are, working every single day with, docs or maybe Word. They can have something like this, which will save a lot of their time. Students, it's a game changer because no more of going to the internet, ChatGPT or any other place to get the information. You straight away can get it all right here. Do the document within few minutes or within few hours. Your document is ready. Send it across. Approvals done. How quick is that, and how better can it be when you have these features? So this is the Google Docs Live, and I feel you must check it out. Okay, the next one is absolutely a game changer for all the people who are self-learners or people who use YouTube for learning. For the people who want to get resources and absolutely free, who go to YouTube and search a course related to this, a course that I can learn something related to that which I can add into my resume, or maybe that I can upskill my knowledge. Well, this feature by the Google AI 2026 is going to change absolutely everything. And that is Ask YouTube. Well, for all the learners out there, this is a game changer. Why? Before you have to go to YouTube and you have to search, maybe I want to learn coding. So I have to go to YouTube and search, I want to learn coding related to, maybe a language like Python. And it would just randomly suggest me the video. But not anymore. With a single prompt, you can now literally make the AI search the proper YouTube, history or YouTube, categories or libraries that are there, and then recommend you the exact videos that will help you learn that particular thing in the perfect manner. Well, it creates a curated beginner path, short form videos, long form tutorials, and even show your progress in that. And later, as per how you want it, it will optimize it for you. Even if you have any questions, it will literally answer it straight away right there. It's like, having your personalized AI teacher available 24/7. So learning is now made much more easier. Now this is something that every single student or every single learner right there is literally waiting out to use. So go ahead and check it out. The next feature that I would like to talk about is coding. Well, coding is something that everyone is looking forward to, right? AI today is literally changing the way how you can think about coding. Before, you had to go out there, learn the coding and understand it. And then came the generative part, where AI literally started writing you the codes. And now it gets much more interesting when multiple agents start working. And that is exactly what Google has launched, the Google Antigravity 2.0. Before, you had to have one AI agent that would literally work for you, right? But not anymore. You can have multiple agents working simultaneously, and you can swap between one agent to another agent and to another one. Imagine this. You have one agent that writes the backend. You have one agent that is building the UI. You have one agent that is testing every single thing. And you have one agent that is working on the backend and the framework, the architecture, all of these things. Imagine all of these things are happening simultaneously and your entire MVP product is readily available. You could be a business owner who's trying to figure out that one solution that can scale your business, or you could be that student who is working on a hackathon project and you have all of these agents working for you. Google AI's Antigravity, that is Antigravity 2.0, is literally changing the way you can think about vibe coding. Well, it is the next level, I can say. Imagine so many agents literally doing you all the tasks. And it's not just about coding. Any task related to apart from coding can also be done from this ideally. The environment is so good that you can literally ask it to do a market research, to connect it from a GitHub repo and extract the information, and many other things with MCP, servers that you can use on, protocols that you can get from. Antigravity 2.0 is literally changing the game for sure. And I'm sure you should try it out. Okay, now we are going to talk something very, very personalized and very, very important. That is, you remember in the starting of the video, I told that now AI is now become like an personalized AI assistant, right? Which will literally understand you the way you are and it would do it according to that. Well, that is where this new feature comes. That is the Gemini Daily Brief. Imagine this, that every morning you wake up and you read a particular news. Imagine that you are looking through articles every single day. Imagine that you have to watch a particular video of a particular person every single time. Or you wake up in the morning, check your emails, you check your task that is left out, you have a to-do list, all of these things that you do on a loop every single day. Now let us make it much more easier. How about having an assistant that will literally tell you what you need to do, how much is that, how much you've completed, where you are, what you're doing, and what should be completed, every single thing straight away right there. And that is where this feature comes, that is the Gemini Daily Brief. It analyzes your task, it analyzes the news articles that you see every single day. You can literally tweak it whenever you want, and it would literally tell you those information straight away right there. It will even remind you your important work that you have left out and you have to complete for that particular day or that particular week. That is where your Gemini Daily Brief comes in. Just imagine having your personalized AI assistant that will literally do this for you on regular basis. When you're sleeping, your AI just wakes up and understands every single thing that you need to figure out for that day and is readily waiting for you to come and just say, okay, what is that for today? And it will just tell you what it has to be completed. The next one that I would like to discuss is the flow music. Now imagine you wanted to create a music and you don't have a music producer. But the interesting thing is Google is here to say that you have an AI music producer. Suppose you wanted a music in a particular manner. The pace had to be different, the choral had to be different, the vocal has to be different, and you want it in a perfect manner. You just come to this new feature and you just say that with this just one prompt, and it will literally do it for you. It will create the music, the background, the vocal changes, the beat changes, the drop that you wanted, every single thing just right there. It's like having a complete website just for this in the AI labs, readily waiting for you. You can just go, just put a prompt and the AI music is readily available. And not just that, let me say that it is also there for multiple different languages. If you think that English or maybe a specific language is what it produces, no, that's just the beginning. There are still more that you can think of. You feel that the music is really not doing well, you can call up the AI music producer right there and it will literally listen to you what you want. That is the AI music producer, and it will literally do it according to you want. You just have a music readily waiting for you. You literally have a music production house just waiting for you. How insane can this be? Well, now let's talk about the next update that is obviously very, very crucial for all the Mac users. Well, we have the Gemini on macOS. Now, it is just similar how ChatGPT and Claude is developing every single day, and that's where Google is also tapping into. You have your Gemini straight away waiting for you right there. Any type of task you can think of can be literally done right there. Maybe organizing your files, going through your emails, understanding document, preparing a report, summarizing it completely. Every single thing can be done right there without you even switching your tabs, copy pasting it, or maybe even uploading it manually. You just go to the AI, just say that I want this to be done. It will by itself, since it's there in your operating system, it will literally do it right there. You remember in the starting of the video, I also told that AI is now becoming an operator. That is where this is, where it is completely taking your control and it does what you want as per your need. Imagine before we had to go to Gemini or ChatGPT and all before, and maybe if I had to talk about Gemini itself, we had to go upload a file manually, tell it to do it properly, and then get the exact response. Now you don't need to do that. You just go to the platform, just say that this file is located in this particular location, go search it, get it, and do it, and it will literally do it for you. How cool can this be? Now imagine this, you see a content on the internet and you feel that this is not a realistic image. But the image is so real that you feel like it might be, right? Maybe this is not an AI generated image, but you still have a doubt. Now, how do I get to know if this is an AI generated image? Well, the solution came back in the Google I/O's 2025 update, and here again it's there, and that is the synth ID that is again brought again by Google. Now, synth ID is something that is also integrated in Gemini right now, and I have to say it's not just now that Google is adapting it, it is also all those companies apart from Google who are also adapting this. Just imagine that this is becoming the standard authentication for any AI generated image. How this works? Very simple. So the synth ID becomes like your watermark, and it can be easily detected by the AI itself. Now, for example, as I said, you saw a realistic AI generated image which you feel is realistic, but you also have a gut feeling that this is not a realistic image. You go to Gemini and you upload this image and say, is this an AI generated image? And it will scan the entire content and it will let you know if there's any synth ID, and it will just tell you that yes, this is an AI generated image. How cool can this be? Like all those fake information or fake content that people try to misuse people, it's going to be completely removed by this one feature. See, it is very important that we use AI in a very important manner or very informative manner, and it helps you reduce your task, your time, and all those things. But there is another side of the coin, right? Where people also misuse AI and generate those information or content which maybe someone who has not that much of idea can get misleaded or can take those decisions which he shouldn't have. Well, that is where this kind of solution can really help, and that is why I said this is going to be the standard authentication for letting you know if it is an AI generated image or not. So that is the one of the cool feature that Google has introduced in the Google I/O 2026. Now going to the next feature, that is your Gemini, which is going to be a very important role in terms of your updation, for your change, for your automation, for your interacting with how every single task can be performed. Now remember, I told you about the models and stuff. I also told you how we can automate this stuff. Now, how is this happening in the back, or what is the main reason, or what is the main thing that is going on? And that is where your Google's Gemini Spark comes in. Imagine this, you just go to Gemini and you say that I want this particular task to be done. It will literally go do your email verification, it will understand the task. I'm telling you that, for example, if there's an email verification that has to be done, it will go do that. It will go look into your calendar, it will schedule your task. All those tasks which is going on loops can be automated, and this happens 24/7. Imagine you having your spreadsheet that has to be properly tracked, your app that you've built to be completely checked, tested every single time, or maybe the database has to be extracted and looked into the what are the next potential clients that I've got. All of these things can be done by the Gemini Spark right there, and all happening 24/7, even if your laptop is shut down and you are gone asleep. The AI is literally doing it 24/7 without you even knowing that is. It's just by that the command is set, it is in the automation process, it is already in loop, and it will do it for you. Imagine, like for example, you have an email that has come and you have like a work related email that it goes through the process of the AI, and that's where Gemini Spark comes in. Now it knows that every single email that comes to you has to go through this process, and it will literally do the task by reading it, understanding what it is, making it much more simpler. And morning when you get up and when you know that it's you just open your phone or maybe your laptop, you have Gemini right there readily waiting for you to tell, look, this is what you've got, this is have to be done, and this is the deadline. How cool can this be? And that is where your automation comes into the play, and that is where this kind of feature is going to play a very important role. Usually, ChatGPT's or maybe OpenAI's operator is what this used to actually do it, and now Google is also adapting this. So you can imagine how workflows are going to be a very important role in the near future. But that's not all, right? We still have much more features that were launched in this Google I/O 2026. And the next feature that is about the search engine. Well, imagine this. For more than a decade, you have been seeing the Google's search engine right there, right? You go type and you get the information. And before, it used to be a literally lot of links just poured out there in the page, and you have to just scroll through those links, click it, and you get the information. And after that, it came the overlay of AI into that, the AI mode right there. You click on it and it will, instead of you going manually and going through all those links, it will extract those information and give it to you. straight away, but there will be still those links that you can actually click and you can look into. But now your Google search has been completely reinvented. Imagine this now, where you have complete Gemini chat window right there in the search. You click on it, you have a chat window, you start talking to the AI, and AI will literally do the task for you. You have to search for something, don't go and do manual things. Let the AI do it for you and give the information. Maybe you have something you want to shop for. It will go extract the information and get it for you. Also, I have a update out of this feature that is waiting out in the coming up in this video, but talking about that in the later part of the video. But now talking about this, which is the shopping thing, right? And where the AI will itself do it for you. It will go search, do those scanning, having those automation where you need not even go do the search thing. It's like having Playwright just waiting for you right there, and it will literally do it for you. Your entire thing on how you search before has completely changed. Over the decade, you used to search and then the AI overlay came, and now the entire chat window opens for you where you can literally chat and get the information. You can just think how advanced Google is going about their search. Imagine this like, where you wanted to search a particular thing about a product that you wanted. Before, you used to search through a lot of links, and now you just have an AI that will literally scan the entire internet and get this information for you. That's how cool this search engine is changing. And I think it is going to be a game changer in terms of many other aspects. Think about this. Your search engine optimization, which was before, is completely going to change. Now you're going to have a lot of AEOs, you're going to have a lot of GEOs that are going to play an important role. And companies are going to run towards this, that's for sure. So if you're a business owner or even a startup owner, you have to start working on this, because the search is going to change for most of the browsing history, or even the browser for sure. So that is something that everyone has to look forward to. Okay, honestly tell me, how many of you go to the Google today and just keep asking the same question again and again? Maybe a stock price, maybe the crypto value, maybe which is the startup that recently got the funding, what was the IPL score last match, what was the score of this particular football match, or what was the sports score of a particular sport, or maybe what's happening in the latest geopolitics. Which is that particular question that you keep asking Google every single time? And it's like a behavior that you can't change, right? Like every single time you just have to go and search that one question every single time. And that is where Google made it easier for you. That is the new feature, that is the information agent. Now imagine this. You have tons and tons of questions, not a lot of questions by the way, maybe 5 or 6 or maybe 1 also, which you keep asking every single time. And now you have an agent that will literally do it for you every single day. It could be, your stock market update, it could be your crypto value, it could be a seed funding, or it could be any other thing. It will literally do it for you. And it's going to be a game changer, especially for these researchers, for people who research a lot, for people who extract information related to investments, who keep trading, or who keep their financial business active every single day. People who are into startups, for all of these people, even students who are doing the research, or maybe into their projects every single day, or they're working on something, it's going to help them a lot. Imagine having an agent that will literally do it for you every single day and keep it ready. You have the stock information readily waiting for you. You have the information of what's happening in the internet, geopolitics, what's happening. Every single thing which you do it on repeated basis in terms of the search is right now available with an AI that will help you get it straight away in the morning or in a particular time that you set, readily waiting for you. How cool can this be? The next feature that is going to be the ultimate feature, I feel, of the Google I/O 2026. Because in the beginning itself, I told you, right, that AI is now entering the editing field too, the editing niche, and Google has stepped in. And why I say this is the Flow Studio. Imagine now you have a complete AI that will literally create characters, change background, add those B-rolls, cut those animations, create animations, do those changes that you want, crop it, increase or remove a particular object, generate new images, generate a particular clip that has never existed before. all of these things can now be done by the Flow Studio. Your editing, which you had to take tons and tons of day to learn in big softwares like Premiere Pro, After Effects, all of these things. And let me tell you, for people who are into the motion graphics field, it's going to help you a lot. The time and duration that you used to take for creating a particular animated video is now going to completely change with AI coming into the picture. All of these things can be done with just single prompt or multiple prompts that you keep on adding and iterating it. You have a final result just waiting for you. And that is why in the starting itself I said that AI is now entering the editing field, and it's going to change the way you can think of. Imagine having a video that has been created by an AI that is going to help you in a lot manner. Your scripting is reduced, your editing is reduced, your complete time that you used to spend on these things is reduced. And now you think about uploading it, even that can be automated. Having a complete ecosystem right there, what Google is building, is going to help you a lot. Just by one click and by one prompt, AI will literally even upload it to the place that you want, if it is in the Google's ecosystem. And like, for example, if I say you have created a video right now readily available and you wanted to upload it in YouTube, it will literally do it for you. It will go scan, put the information for it ready just for your command to publish it, and done. And that is the other aspect. I'm just talking about now on the editing part. You have characters that you would want, that you want it to be, in a particular manner. You want it to change in a particular manner. All of these things right there. Imagine having a production house which you had to cost so much as going to be drastically reducing a lot, where you have to ask for someone to do a particular shot, maybe the angle has to be different, multiple takes. All of these things used to cost you a lot. But now, with just few tokens, with just few context window, and with just one proper AI, it is going to change the entire scenario. And that is where your Google Flow has come. Okay, now giving you some of the quick updates, because these are some rapid fire updates that I have to say. The next one is the Google Pixel. Now, this is an AI image editing platform which again Google has brought for you to edit any kind of image that you can think of. We will literally do it for you within few seconds. The next one, which I actually told in the middle part of the video, but I told this that in the next part of the video, and that is the AI shopping cart. Yes. Now imagine that you wanted to buy a product, and this product is already in multiple platforms, websites. You have to go manually search it, look into the pricing, which platform is giving you the best price. All of these things you have to do manually, right? And it will literally be removed by this new feature that Google is being brought, that is the AI shopping experience. You go to search it, and literally AI will do the entire search for you, scan all the website where it is available, at what price, the best price for you, and even the time also, which is the best time you can get it, or maybe at what delivery date is going to get it. All of these things by just one prompt, it will do it for you completely. How cool can this be? The next one is something called as Google Genie. Now, Google Genie is something very insane and crazy, if I have to say. You just go and start talking for 30 seconds and it will literally understand what you're trying to do, and it will create this, interactive 3D experience that you can have and enjoy, and you can literally understand. And it is a cool way to understand how you can think on that just 30 seconds of interacting with that AI. So do check out this Google Genie. The last update from the Google I/O 2026, from all the things that we've spoken about and from all the things that has happened in Google I/O 2026, many of them cannot be covered, but few of them which I felt is really important, which everyone should know. That's where it's there. And this is the last one but not the least, that is the AI glasses. Now, back in 2025 itself, Google had bought their glasses idea, but now it has been much more modified, much more better. You have the display right there in the glasses. You can do a lot of things by just looking into it. You can ask what is this, where am I going, map me, where, take me there. And with all the other features coming into the picture, with all the other models that are coming into the picture, it's getting much more advanced and better, right? That is where Google I/O 2026 stands, with all these features coming into the picture. Now, coming to the end of this video, I have to say that Google I/O 2026 has to prove us one single thing. That is, AI is no longer a chat bot or a chat window where you come, chat, and go. It is much more beyond and different. And we have seen it in the entire video. What really matters is the execution in terms of agentic, workflows, automations, and even creation you can think of. All of these things play a very, very important role. And Google wants you to be there in the front line. It wants you to understand, experience it right there so that you know where you as well as AI stand in together. Because they really want you not just to use it, but understand it in terms of research, your productivity, your creation, your editing, your coding, and your day-to-day lives. Imagine they're not just helping you get these new features, but also saving a lot of productive time, a lot of time which you can really invest in other stuff. And maybe those stuffs also can be automated, or maybe all those things can be even made easier with the help of the features or tools that Google is going to bring. I'm sure the way how AI today we are interacting with, or the technology that we are interacting with, is going to change massively in the near future, and is something that it's going to excite each and every single person out there. As an individual who are using the internet today, we should have the information and update every single time. For all of this, I have to say only one thing, that I'll be making more such videos like this in the future, so stay tuned regarding this. I'll also recommend you to kindly check out our upscale pages, which I will drop in the link description. You will be getting similar updates like this in that page also. And all these, whatever I've told in this particular video, I want you all to go and look into it. Go to Google, search about it, you will figure out the information, and it's something that everyone has to be updated, right? That's what I see. So in the last part of this video, I have to say is only one thing. That's it for this video. See you in the next one.